Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Worldy Gaming. And guys, it just came to my mind how people exploit Gegenpress in PES online. This is about online gameplay. And I think from what I've realized, the best way to counter Gegenpress, when you see your opponent having Gegenpress on, try to find a manager that is highly aggressive with defensive line 8, 9 or 10. Also try to use deep defensive line. So have deep defensive line tactic on and have a highly aggressive manager. If you can't play with an aggressive manager, then use him as your assistant manager. I'm sure you guys know how to use an assistant manager, the manager photo, manager profile, and then you switch I think it's R1 or R2 depending on your configurations, 2 or 3. I'm just going to switch 3. And then you press square, then press square, change assistant coach, and then it gives you an option. These are the managers that I have right now. So now you can just click on the manager you want to use as an assistant, and then boom, you have it. You know how to put in assistant manager. Try to find a highly aggressive assistant manager, and when your opponent is on Gegenpress, switch to the highly aggressive manager. Here's why. Because with Gegenpress in PES, what happens with Gegenpress, it's supposed to be a tactic whereby your opponent's team presses harder. They use more stamina and they also press harder. So when they press harder, they kind of like suffocate you in your own half. But then because my club is broken, right? Here's what happens with PES. In reality, in my club, when your opponent has Gegenpress, the game purposely delays your reaction so that the opponent presses you and wins the ball. It's like it's broken. It's a broken feature in the game. So Gegenpress is supposed to have the opponent press you, but if you're fast at reacting, you should be able to counter them and quickly pass the ball up front because they're going to be marking your numbers. But with my club, the game is poorly programmed that it kind of makes you make a mistake for the opponent to recover the ball. You get it? So when you try to make a touch, your player is going to make a bad touch or a heavy touch for Gegenpress effect to be felt in the game. Or when you're going to make a pass, your player is going to make a wrong pass, wrong precision, so that your opponent kind of intercepts the ball. So it's a game of choking and suffocating your opponent. So when your opponent has Gegenpress on, I don't want to lie to you guys. Playing passes is risky because your opponent is going to be stronger, faster than you in everything. Try to use a highly aggressive manager and also use deep defensive line. If you don't have a highly aggressive manager, if your opponent is on Gegenpress, go red and deep defensive line and put your defenders very, very low. That's all I can tell you. That's what you should do. Without that, guys, you toast. I don't lie to you because so many people say, play slower. Gegenpress is not always active. No, it's always active in my club. And I'm going to be honest with you. Gegenpress is always active. You cannot move. Your passes are hit way wide. Like everything is out of control with Gegenpress on. So basically, if your opponent has Gegenpress on, try to use a highly aggressive manager or go red with deep defensive line on. That's the best option. And lastly, if your opponent is on Gegenpress, also try to use Gegenpress. When that happens, the game is going to be an unplayable piece of rubbish. That's just the only option. Like, it's not your fault. It's Konami's fault. So that's the best way to counter Gegenpress. I don't lie to you guys. When people say play calm, that doesn't work. Your opponent is going to suffocate you and it's not your fault. The game is going to purposely delay your input so that the effects of Gegenpress come into play. That's what I'm going to say for now. That's just a quick tutorial. So take care, guys, and see you in the next video. Cheers.